about is that there are higher price skateboards that we're going to add to the data. So the first skateboard is $200. So what we need to do is we need to take our original total, which was 873, add it to 200, which will give us 1,073. Then we need to divide by the total number of data values. It used to be 18. Now, because we add this one, it is 19. So we have to take 1,073 and divide it by 19. And when we do that, it's going to give us 56 and 47 hundredths. Okay, then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take this total, add it to 180. That's going to give us 1,253. This time we are going to divide by 20 because this was data value 19, this was number 20. And when we do that, we get 62.65. And then the last one, if we take 1,903 and divide by 24, we should get 79 and 29 hundredths. Okay, so that was just finding the mean. All right, so I actually went ahead and put this on a separate sheet of paper just because I wanted a little bit more room. So before whenever we did this, our median was in between here. Okay, that was the 18 data values. We needed 9 on either side. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add this 200. So if I put 200 here, this is no longer our middle because now we have 10 data values on this side and only 9 on this side. In order to have 9 on each side, we need to move it just like, not quite a whole space, just almost like a half a space, because now I need to add 180 and 200. So I can add 180 and also 200. So now I have 2 extra data values. Now I have 20. Well, what's half of 20? Half of 20 is 10. So I need to have 10 on either side. 8, 9, 10. So I'd have 10 over here. And I can always just double check. Both of these medians would be 50. All right, and then for the next one, we're at 21 data values. So if 20 was here, we can't move over a whole space because then we wouldn't have the same number on either side. So this one ends up being our median. Okay, I went ahead and did the rest of them here, but I want to show you how the median kind of changes throughout this. So for this one has 22 total data values. So because it's even, it makes it a little bit easier because you need the same number on either side. What's half of 22 rather is 11. So we'd have 11 on either side. 11. Okay, so then we have 11 on either side. The next one is 23 data values. So that means that we will have 11 on either side, which gives us 22, and then the middle number will be the 23rd data value. 10, 11. This is going to become our median because then there's 11 after it. This one is 24 data values. So what is half of 24? It's 12, so we need 12 on either side. 11, 12. And you can always check 11, 12. Okay? Now, if you look at all of this, all of these data values are a lot higher than the rest of them. Is our median changing a whole lot, or does our mean change more? That's our big question that we're going to answer on the next page. All right, so these 3 questions kind of sum up everything, and I'm going to talk more than I'm going to write. But it says, suppose the price of the last skateboard were 200, not 140. What would happen to the mean and what would happen to the median? Well, let's go ahead and look at this. So these are the data values that we added. If I instead erase this one and added a 200, would that affect where our median is? It would still be 55. It wouldn't change. What's going to change is our mean, because the difference between 200 and 140 is 60. So you're adding 60 more to the total, but we're still dividing by the same number. So that larger value is going to cause our mean to increase. And then this question, when do additional data values influence the mean of the distribution, and when do they influence the median? So they really, like, this one, what I want you guys to understand is most of the time the data values are going to influence the mean a lot more than the median. The median may change by like a half of a spot, I guess. So here, like this one data value, it only moved it to the next value. It didn't move it all the way up here. Where with the mean, whenever we added this 180, it went up to 68. Okay, so the mean is all the way up here, but the median only changed it a little bit. Okay, if we look at the last question here, it says, which measure of center would you use to answer the question, what is the typical price of skateboards at store A when all the higher priced skateboards are included? Explain your reasoning. A median of 55 and a mean of $79.29. Okay, so which one of these is really describing the typical price of this of a skateboard at this particular store? Do you think that the 55 is explaining the skateboards, or do you think this $79.29 is explaining? If you really look at this number, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 skateboards that are higher than this number. But they're a lot below that. Okay? So you can really argue whichever one you want. In this case, I would probably take the median because these 6 numbers are really pulling that mean up higher.